My name is Nzashi Seya Lumeya, and I go by Seya Lumeya just because it's much easier for anybody to say Seya rather than Nzashi. And I'm from DR Congo, located in Central Africa. I moved here to the US in 2006. I went to Fresno Pacific University where I majored in criminal justice. And then I've been working at the Center for Victim Offender Reconciliation program for about 3 years now. And I am the case manager for the community justice program. The way the CJC program works is like this. We get referral from the juvenile courts. So juvenile goes for arraignment, meaning the first time that they will see the judge. And then depending on what exactly they have, the crime they committed, if that crime fits the CJC criteria, the judge will refer the juvenile to the CJC personnel who's in court already. And from there, we will explain to the kid what exactly has to happen in a near 8 weeks. And juvenile get an opportunity to explain to the CJC mediator at the court what exactly happened, and then how they are planning on making things right to the victim, and then also if they are willing to apologize to the victim as well. And if the mediator feels that the juvenile is ready and willing to do those three things, meaning to be responsible about the wrong, but also to apologize and to make things right, then we will give them some dates in which they have to come for what we call the family group conference. And family group conference is really key because in that meeting, not only we tell the offender that you have victimized a third party out there, but you also victimize your parents or those who are dear to you. Why? Because as a juvenile, when you go to court the very first time, you don't go with your friend, you go with your parents. So somehow dad or mom has to stop working and come to court. After that, if the court refers the juvenile to the program, the juvenile has to be accompanied by a parent. That means also mom has to take some time off, or dad has to take some time off as well to come to those meetings. And then by the end of the meeting, if there is some sort of a restitution that needs to be taken care of, again, it's not the juvenile who will take care of it. The parent most of the time are the one who are going to take care of those payments. So we tell the juvenile not only that you victimize somebody out there, but you victimize also your parents because they have to take some time off. So somehow you cost them their time, energy, but also emotionally. The trust has been broken or has been stretched. So in that meeting, we try to reconcile the offender to the family, first of all, and see how we can work on that trust again. If that trust has been touched or that trust has been rebuilt, then we feel that it's the time where we can bring the victim now and the offender in the same room. And that meeting, there we now present the offender in front of the victim, the person that he or she victimized. And they give them again an opportunity to talk about what happened, how to fix the wrong, but also how to make sure that that wrong no longer happen in the future. So that's a quick synopsis of how exactly the process works. As a community or as a society, I think we have to choose on how exactly we want to handle crime in our society. And then I believe that programs such as CJC or VOP in general are really beneficial because this time we are handling offender or criminal in an early age. And in an early age, it means also if they are properly handled, we don't have problems such as overcrowding in jail. We don't have problems as having a society of tough criminals. Because as you know, people will commit crime for a variety of reasons. So we cannot have a single answer to a variety of reasons why people commit crime. So meaning prison or jail or juvenile hall cannot be presented as a single answer for all the crime, of all the reasons that lead to somebody committing a crime. As I can maybe tell you, some people will commit a crime just because their friend pressured them. Someone will commit a crime sometime because they don't know any better. Sometimes somebody will commit a crime because that's the only thing they've been exposed to. So will you consider prison or jail as the answer to all those issue, I think that will depend from one society or one community to another. But I think in at least within the Fresno County, I'm glad that they have chosen to have programs such as VORP or CJC to work in correlation with the court, because it gives them an opportunity to those kids to learn from their mistakes, and hopefully they don't go back in the system and recommit what they have done wrong. The very first challenge that comes to my mind is a challenge that people not being aware of what exactly we do, and or people thinking that we are soft on crime, and then people thinking that it's a layout for juvenile offenders. Well, those things, after working for 3 years, you come across that every single time, and I give them the same answer. First of all, you have to understand that the type of process that we're bringing, where an offender has to meet the person that he or she has done wrong, it's not that easy. Talking about it seems easy or sounds easy, but it's not easy in reality. Why? Because this time you are bringing the offender in front of not the state of California, but you are bringing an offender across or in front of Seya, the person that he or she has done wrong to. And there I get to tell them exactly how I felt, or how exactly what they did to me affected me or my family. So that in itself, it's not easy. I think maybe if we have to bring a juvenile offender to tell you how hard that can be sometimes, just to see that person that you've done wrong in the eyes and then apologize to them, most of them will tell you that that's not an easy step. And then second, what is better for a victim, not only to meet the person who has done wrong to them, but also to get back that safety maybe that was taken away, or to be paid back for what costed them through the crime. So I think those are things that I come across to, but I also tell people in this community that it's beneficial now, not only for the offender, but also for the victim, because now the victim has a say in the process, in the program, but also the offender get to face not only just an institution, but is facing also an individual. So if the crime is brought in a much of a relationship level, then it also does some good change in the life of both the offender and also the victim. The main goal would be that if people can believe in what we do, first of all, and then also people can have a buying into it, and then also can really give it a try. Why am I saying that? Because of the question that you asked me earlier, the challenge that I face. And people are so acquainted with the retributive type of justice. People are known that, you done wrong to me, this is what you get for doing wrong to me. So punishment. But the type of process that we are bringing to them, where we tell them, hey, you know what, rather than just punishing this person, why don't you give an opportunity to learn from that opportunity? Why can we make those who are offending or those who are committing crime more accountable and responsible about what they do? Because taking them and throwing them in jail, yes, that's one thing, but does you really deter crime out there in society? That's, I think, a question maybe we can take later on. But at least through this process, we make sure that at least those juvenile offenders are getting really responsible what they do, but also accountable about what the action that they take outside of the home.